Wrong tone body spray. Reach for it.
Available at all fine skincare superstores.
Hey everybody, we're playing something crazy and sort of new. I've always been messing with a 5-color infect build. I know that sounds outrageous, it is, but it can get there pretty steadily with our mana base. I'm doing this because of this new card I got featured right now in Embiggen. Before I get too much further on, Shirazamam, Bacon Master to 95, and then Chimpskey in the house nice and early. Dreamer Stingo gets in there too. Thanks for joining me bright and early, everybody. Again, reminder, no show next week. I'll have a buddy in town, and but we'll be back after that. Anyway, we've got 18 lands in this beast. We're playing all 4 grottos and the vestige and the abundant growth to kind of power out a lot of our goods. We are playing 5-color. We got green, red, black, blue, and technically white. I really favor this over Vines of Vastwood in this build. I just found I was sitting around on Vines a little too often, waiting to pump it, and I'd lose the creature irregardless. A lot of times this spell gives plus 4/4 because of how the wording is on these cards. And that, coupled along with Might of Old Krosa, really gives this some power, like the original Infect, but it also gives it some stability and being able to unearth stuff, bring it back with haste, or protect it, or don't be blocked in the case of these two, or sometimes they're with Myr on this. So those should all be said the same. Might of Old Krosa, make sure to do this on your main phase. It's kind of a Mother May I spell. It's really cool when you have an Apostle's Blessing behind it, because you do the 4. You obviously know if they got removal or not. If they mess with it, you protect it, and maybe you make it a 9/9. It's a lot of fun. It's pretty dramatic. This is the list I was talking about where I run super hot or I run super cold, so hopefully it's a super hot day. We got 3 Faerie Macabre, 1 Soul's Fire. You can use this on your guy if you're going up against fogs and such. Speaking of, we got 2 vines here, but speaking of fogs, we got our own Spore Frogs here. There's I played a league yesterday with my Thopter list, went 4-1 with it, and the only thing I lost to, I beat red 3 times and I lost to it once, and they're running that, what is it? Free ticket goblin or whatever it is, and it really powers out a lot of mana that turn, and you can just, there are more creature bases what I'm trying to get to with goblin bushwhacker and stuff, so I found the frog to be kind of necessary. However, we got to be careful of overboarding, because we also have 4 life goes on and 2 nature's claim. I thought I could go up, if you go up to 4 with nature's claim, make sure to be running your tree of tails so that you can nix your own land out of the deal. But anyway, let's think positive. We're gonna draw great, and we're gonna go for it and see if we can't do pretty good. I just have a little comment on there saying fast players please. So I tweaked my lighting a lot, trying to get it back to the old look. Hopefully looking a little healthier. I know I've been a little pale in the last few shows, but new studio and all, I'm trying to get things moving along. All right, name ticket goblin, I think that's it. Name sticker goblin, I think that's it. Poison some suckers, hopefully. And October is coming up for our next round of shows. I always do one Halloween show and have a little bit of a theme going on throughout the month. Y'all guys all know me. I mean, look at my background. I got candles going and everything, so I'm kind of a, I don't know, gothic fan, I guess. But yeah, so that, I call it the seething song goblin. It comes into play, and at least you pay 3 for a 2/2 body, and it gives you 3 mana. Or wait, is it 3? No, it's either 4, 5, or 6 mana. And you throw on some like Reckless Impulses and Ren's Resolve on top of that, and before you know it, it seems like they've got 3 mana, and all of a sudden they've hit you with like 5 spells, drawn 4 cards, and it's a lot more explosive. I was pretty impressed. The first build of it was banned because of the wording, and then they reworked the digital version of it, and now it just reads like almost the Dungeons and Dragons, like roll a d20 sort of thing. And yeah, it's pretty well designed. I was impressed. It looked a little janky the first time I saw it, and then I got run over by it in game 2 and such. But and I've been reworking my Thopter list just a little bit. I actually lost my why is the first round taking so long? Do I have it set incorrectly or something. I'm just asking for fast players. Maybe we should just quit out of here. Maybe it's just a slow day on. Oh, here we go. I guess I just got to complain is all. All right, going up against Sumo Jacks. Let's see how our opener is. Yeah, we want to play first. We don't have our color fixin'. We've got plenty of other stuff. With the protection, I'm going to keep this, believe it or not. We draw in any sort of color. We've got a protection suite behind it and Embiggen. So might pay for this later. This deck it can really come out of a gate swinging with Reckless Charge. Obviously, people don't really expect that. You usually get a few Infect in, protect your stuff, then it eventually dies, and then that Reckless Charge comes in and saves the day. But we really need to draw one of our little mana fixers here. Oh, what's the red edit info on Embiggen there, Chimpskey? You got a... I hope they start gaining life. That's what you always hope for when you're playing Infect. All right, this will be fast regardless. I really need to... Let's see an abundant growth here. Woo! All right, well, we can protect it a few times over, right? I'll do that. And I can give it protection from artifacts. Sometimes it's frustrating when you draw Reckless Charge as just a pump spell. It is a giant growth on the front side anyway. They respect it. Probably going up against Glitter. There's our abundant growth. Let's slow roll it a little bit here. Maybe we'll draw into another mana. By maybe, I mean we will. Watch this. All right. Better lucky than good. Now then, how shall we roll? I think if they had removal, they would have used it. So I'm going to favor the Blighted Agent here. We're just going to pass the turn up. Be a little bit naked for the turn. Hopefully they don't have some sort of sweeper. I'll pass here. And next turn looks like, depending on what we roll, we might be able to go in for lethal. Is this a cast down? Good. Thanks to Apostle's Blessing, we can actually say artifacts. So we can, both of our creatures technically can be unblockable for the low price of 2 life. I've got a build that's mono green, as does everybody, and big and fit right in, and just the classic thing, you know, if the person's not on removal, it wins a little bit faster, a little more consistent, but there's something about this list just kind of does everything. Oh boy, I wonder if they're using that for red, or if that's just sheer draw ability there. Yeah, Dreamer Stingo, I actually used to have that in here. That was a hell of a card. All right, well, we better do it this turn. Or we could just block. That might be the play, right? Just block it. Let our guy die. Yeah, I think we do that. We'll just lean on Agent. That gives us a whole nother turn. Doesn't have trample. That's why my All That Glitters list is all about flying and evasion mixed in with bodyguards. You make that big investment, you got to have it hit. You can't give somebody a fog turn like that. Okay, another land. That's pretty good news. Really wish we had another color spell. So now I think I've got to play... if we had another color spell, we just, Reckless Charge over. I mean, we could charge now. That's 4. And then another 4 is 8. We got 9 infect damage. But I'm going to play it a little bit safe here. And we'll bring out the Stinger. I'm just going to cast Embiggen as a sorcery, because why not? That way we've got this held up. We've got Reckless Charge next turn. We'll come in for 5. And because of the way we played that, we'll probably be able to... You know what? Yeah, I did have lethal there if I would have let that hit. So probably wasn't right to block with Glistener Elf. That was lethal, because we could have Apostle's Blessing that dude and got in. But we'll see if I pay the price now. Okay. Boy, I'm going to bring in a Nature's Claim. Make sure to put Glitter Affinity. It's like the top deck right now in a lot of people's eyes. that Thopter list. If you follow us on our community tab, I'm going to be updating it today. Like I said, the big change, Ethereal Armor turned into Bone Splitters. I just found Ethereal was a bit too much all in, and there's quite a few enchantments, but not enough to really warrant that. And the other enchantments are doing so much more heavy lifting. And I found it was just better for the cause. You know, if they have any sort of trick here, do I let this hit? 4 cards. Something tells me to let this hit. Or 7. God, we have an aviary outside. Sounds like we have all our windows open. All right, opponent has 3 mana up. I'm a little worried about a Prismatic Strands. It doesn't seem like it would fit well in that list, being that there's so many artifact dudes, you can't really flash it back. But 3 mana, as long as there's some white stuff out there, always makes you pause a little bit, right? Just in case we draw dead, I didn't want to block there. I like this, 1 mana left, but they have 1 mana of any color. The plan here is to just charge in and hope they don't have a holy day, I guess. All right. That helps a bit. We got to use this for red. We'll throw it on here. We got lethal. Did they got any sort of trick? Outside of a fog effect, we could protect our stuff twice over, so we're going to come in for the lethal here. Did we get there? All right. So the Rogue Weirdness wins on the first sitting against one of the better decks in the format. Don't really want to overboard here. Spore Frog might be even better than Nature's Claim in this matchup. And by might, I think it is. Always a question of what to lose. Sometimes I feel like I need to lose Glistener Elf of all things. Sometimes I will. I'll get rid of one of those. Didn't see too much removal, so I'm going to lose a blessing. Maybe 2 blessings. Nah, I don't want to get too crazy. Things aren't dying, so I'll get rid of 3 on there. So I'm going to bring in 3 Spore Frogs. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Nature's Claim feels a little bit like overboarding. I know I can pinpoint remove some stuff. Maybe I bring in 1. Let's try that, guys. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Saturday. Again, reminder, there won't be a show next week. I believe that's the 30th, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, well, we've got a grotto. And if we see a land, we're really good to go here. What do you say? We gamble? We're going to look at technically like 3 cards. We're running 18 lands. I got a good feeling about this. We're going to keep it. Grotto gets me a little too hopeful. Mind stab 6. Can't stand long today. Getting picked up 15 to 20 minutes. Charlie Express. Oh, sorry to hear that, man. All right. Well, there's another critter. We're definitely not shy on creatures. Yes, top. So next play will just be abundant growth on the grotto, drop an elf, and maybe it'll eat some removal because we have plenty of creatures. I'm just going to use them as cannon fodder. That scares me. That's a nice evasion trick, right? Okay, here we go. Play this onto this. Draw a card. We've already scryed and drawn a card in a kind of a, technically a mono green list. Feels pretty good. All right. Well, I think it's the bottom one that doesn't make you pay, right? There we go. Okay. Being careful to not click on Spore Frog. We'll keep that little slice of frustrating fun in our hand until we need it. And green Astrolabe. Yes. So true, Dreamer Stango. You're right. Yeah, if you're running green and you want to splash anything, it's pretty darn easy with that. I used to run an Unbridled Growth, the one that's like that, but you sacrifice it to draw. I had all 4 of those for a while, and it just, with the grotto, I just found I was a little overkill on that and not enough punch. So Embiggen and Might of Old Krosa. Still the funnest thing about Infect, boy. You just start seeing people gain life. Or like my other deck, boy, it gains a ton. But yeah, if you follow us on YouTube, our community tab, I like I said, I shared pictures from the league. Got a 4-1 with, just missed the 5-0. I was like, dang it, but I'll try again today. Boy, what an opening, huh? Can we just draw another Embiggen here? That'd be fun. No. Well, I say we develop instead. I'll just tag them with a little bit here. Bring out our creature base. Got to be a little careful of suffocating fumes. But I can't live in fear. I just don't want to spread. We just have a very creature heavy hand. This is nuts. Oh yeah, Crumbling Vestige is awesome. And you got to see the artwork I have for it. I've mentioned it before, but oh my gosh, you've got to get this artwork. When it comes up, I will zoom in on it and all of its glory. So fun to play that. Call green and abundant growth it. That's always a fun little line. Grotto's got quite a bit of play too when it comes into play, and double check on what's going to happen. You can kind of set up your turns, especially when you have an abundant growth, because then you are drawing that card. Alrighty, what do we got here? What new devilry's headed our way? Well, I'll show you. Let's let this person draw their cards and drool at their findings. Whoop-a-doo. Where is it? This one. Gorgeous. Just the best. Not even a close second. Alrighty. I think I'll let the Glistener Elf take the brunt of that. There it is. In all its glory. Woo! I guess we'll call blue again. Play this up here. Bonk. And I don't know. Should I drop the elf or Embiggen? That's Embiggen here. I'm just going to be blocking with the elf, so come on in for this. I could attack and make that a 3, but I'll just block and make it a 3. Really scared of a Fumes play here or something like it. But, be nice to draw another Abundant Growth or like a Reckless Charge. So Reckless Charge, I originally had 4 in the list, and if you play it that way, it's fine. You just have to use it as pump most of the time because you get a little stultified with your land base early on. I mean, we are... Uh-oh. Okay, that really hurts. Bloop. I don't know why... Oh, I thought that was all creatures. I was going to say, attack first. We got the kind of hand to support that sort of play. We're just like, okay, here we come again. We'll just reset, reload. Boom, boom, boom. There they come. I'll play the Stinger. Stinger and the Pinger. Bring this dude out. Bloop. And just in case things get crazy, I think I'm going to play this. Let's bring this out. We got the win next turn. I really like the top deck. A Blessing here for any sort of shenanigans that might show up. I don't know if they're running like a cast down. I'd really like to see that Goldmire Bridge get tapped this turn. Okay. Is this another one? Wow. Okay, well, you don't get to hit me for 6 this time, though. Yield through the turn. I can't imagine them bringing in more than 2 of those. Okay, they don't know what Spore Frog does, I guess. Well, we'll set the board up. Bring out our little Glistener. He's like, geez, how many creatures are in this thing? We just have a creature heavy draw and they have a creature heavy removal. Let's see who wins. Rancor would be really good too here. Bum, bum. Spore Frog doing some work. Okay, this is pretty obvious. It scares me a little bit. Not so much spot removal, but makes you wonder if they're just going to sit on a cast down here and make us go all in. Master of Rancors. Rancor. Glitter shows up. We don't have much time. If they come all in, we're going to feel good. We have a lot of outs. Apostle's Blessing. Okay. Yeah, Apostle's Blessing for the win here. Rancor. I could play another Claw and still get there. That helps a lot. A lot. Do I make that a little dork? Let's attack first. I don't mind making that a 1/1 and trading. If he doesn't block, we just win. Okay. Yep. Gotta keep things safe here. Boom, boom, boom. Spore Frog showing up. This is gonna be close. Another Edict, I'll be really screwed. Even though we churned through all these creatures, Arms of Hadar was getting a good 2 or 3 for 1 in some of those cases. Yeah, what's crazier than white infect? Let's go all 5, baby. Woo! Good times. I was bummed out. I was getting pretty into the new Star Wars series at Ashoka. A lot of time, it drags a little bit, but it's definitely better written than the last few seasons. But my favorite character on there, I've always loved Grand Admiral Thrawn. I read all the books back in the 90s. It's so cool to see him realize. But that Balin Skull dude, he's like this intermediate Jedi. He's not really evil, but he is technically a dark side, whatever. He's got the coolest face and just vibe. He comes across so cool. And I looked him up because I was kind of fanboying out on him, and he died in May. I was like, oh man, what a bummer. You don't get to see any more of that guy. How many colors can I do with uncards? I haven't really taken too deep a dive in those. I'm getting pretty, I don't know if I have a preset or what, but my MTGO Traders account, like if I type in a card, a lot of times they're not coming up, and you got to be in the special category to make them come up there. I think they overthought it a little bit. That's what I'm trying to say. Here we go. Let's see if I can do it. It looks like I can do it. Watch, they've got a, what would it be? Probably a cast down to send me home, right? We're going to game 3, or do we got it? Big pause, big pause. Uh-oh, what is this? Flash. Hexproof backup. Okay. What does this do again? Put a +1/+1 counter. Oh, I see. Well, that's pretty cool. So it doesn't get... He's got me either way. I might as well not show off Embiggen. Good play, person. Yeah, I could double block here, take 1, and then I have to sacrifice everything for that thing because we don't really have... We do have Rancor, but we don't have a creature in hand. So we'll give him that one. That was a really cool play. Well done, Sumo Jax. Way to use the creature. He gave my guy... Oh, did I just fall for something? Hexproof. Oh, no. Did I scoop irregardless? That's right. Hexproof means he can't mess with it. Well, I just cost us a 2-0 there. I haven't had all my coffee this morning, guys. And I drank pretty heavily yesterday. If you follow me, I actually 4-1 while quite inebriated. It was pretty funny. Alrighty. Well, they know what we're up to. We know what they're up to. Stuff has died. I think we just roll this back. Derp. Yeah, that was a big punt. My son would get really angry at me for that. He's like, Dad, how long have you been playing? Since the beginning. All right. Well, the Dex was 2-0. I'm 1-1 right now. Yeah. Let's see if we draw decent. We got a Vestige early, a Grotto. This is pretty good. We'll keep. The Apostle's Blessing's not going to do anything against Hadar, but we'll mess with that when we get there. Play a Grotto, basic or another creature. That's good. Top. Sure, we'll play that. Going to be a little bit of a grind to get there here. Nice to see you, Cooper. That's right. They deserve the win for the bluff. Yeah, PT Bobby, you said it. That was all this bald idiot's fault. That was a bad play. Should have slow rolled it a little bit more. Okay, we'll bring out blue, the prettiest land in Pauper. Play this, and here we go. I think I'm just going to lean heavy on that. We're 3 turns away from, you know what, working, so oh, bummer. Okay. Now we don't have a creature heavy hand. Alrighty, and Might shows up. Not much fight. I'll bring out the Grotto. I don't really need this. I need a creature. We're going to say bottom. It would be nice to be forest, but we might just top deck it anyway. So, man, had that Blighted Agent lived, that would have been over real quick. It's got sorcery speed removal from what we've seen so far, which is very good news for Infect. Bad news is the guy piloting it forgot how hexproof works. Okay, well, we'll go green here. It's a little expensive way to get there, but we still have backup. If we draw a basic, we might just be able to power through. Has he got another edict? Good news, if they do have another edict, it might cost them a turn in setting up, but okay, I was going to say we've yet to see a cast down. I keep thinking when he goes for dispute math that it's a cast down, but 3 would have been absorbed. Let me see, that would have been a 5/3 with Embiggen, that's 9. Yeah, we would have had lethal. Would have been able to block 3 of it. Okay, cantripping like crazy. Where are the creatures? The CR? I'm not quite sure what you mean there. Okay, Hadar math is there. Green is here. Let's Krosa. Watch Critical Role. Oh, nice. Very cool. All right, yeah, we're not falling for this time. Of course, now they have a blocker, though. I was going to call right there. Six. Now, yeah, we'll put on, I guess we put on Rancor. Kind of have to here. But say green for Rancor. I guess I got to go like this turn. I don't want to just kill a bunch of stuff, so I'll pull out here and say artifacts. Feels like we're going to have them really close to dead and not be able to get there. I can still block with the little dark, but I don't really care about that. Little fight. My old co-pilot here on PauperRBust. He used to do a lot of Twitch D&D stuff. He had about a 9-month campaign that I was watching. I think it was on Wednesday nights. What was that guy's name? Now, if you go see who I follow on Twitch, which is very few people, because I never watched it, that's one of them. We've got Trample and Embiggen. If they only keep one guy back, we might be able to get there. That's scary. That's lethal. We lose. I lose. That's frustrating. Because I lost this one. So if you're just joining us, I got to see it, right? What on earth? Why don't they just go for the win? Well, one punts followed by another. We've got new life. I'm not quite sure why they did that. Apostle's Blessing. There's a charge. We've got all kinds of things that we could pull off here. Bring out a Spore Frog. I could Embiggen. That would be 8. That would do nothing. So I'll just sit back and do nothing. Strange game. We've both had 2 big time punts. I think mine was a little bit bigger. I was all tapped out there. That was just a math thing. I'm looking at the chat every once in a while and go, what on earth are you guys talking about? Sounds like I'm missing out. Is this a Hadar? This is a cruel play. I have to let the Glistener Elf go. We do have a Reckless Charge in hand, so we could top deck a... I'll do this. Yep, we got to lose it. We got our Rancor back. A Ichorclaw Myr off the top. That's what we need. Ichorclaw Myr. Actually, just about any... either a Glistener Elf or an Ichorclaw. I've been... What on earth? Yeah, another Spore Frog now. All right. I'm going to ship it. Make no mistake, we should be 2-0 on that first game. That was a big pump by me. So we're just going to run it right back, guys, and keep our attitudes bright and positive. Woo! Here we go. So the deck's doing fine. I just got to remember hexproof isn't Shroud. Can't believe I did that. Ah! I always read cards wrong anyway. I'm a doer, not a reader. Got to see it happen. Hi-ya. I know in theory what it means, but when the game's up, I'm just like, let's go over this while we wait for our next opponent here. Whoo! So yeah, I used to run Vines and all 4 charges. It's just making some room for Embiggen, which is just a hell of a showstopper, and its little brother, Might of Old Krosa. Both been, this one's new and this one's been downgraded. So effect's getting pretty scary. You can run Rot Wolf in the mono green build. I've got that one right here, which is, yeah, we got Blight Mama, which I've never been too big of a fan of. Trying to keep that thing alive. Sometimes it really chews up your mana, but this one allows you to just go all in with the green here with the Embiggen Glistener Elf, and we've got the extra protection package. But today we're running this one for the sheer, oh my god, 5 colors. Yep. This, and this are our secrets to getting there. And it's not like we need colorful mana early. In case of Reckless Charge, that's usually turn 4-5-ish that starts being really relevant, and it flashes back, so it is like we're playing 4 of those too. So yeah, I was arguing with somebody in the chat, or I think it was on Discord about, oh, Pauper's ruined, blah blah, and I'm like, I don't know, I think it's pretty damn healthy right now. I mean, you got to be prepared for red and affinity, but it's pretty damn cool. All right, double Grotto. It's not great, but we'll keep it. We've got some surprises in store. We can power out that Stinger if we don't get any more help on turn 3. Until then, we've got an Ichorclaw with an Embiggen and Rancor behind it. That ain't too shabby, unless they're just going to zap it to death, which is almost all decks out there. Or in the case of this, maybe it's a cast down. We shall see. All right, cool. Well, I'd rather scry since we're not going to be doing anything with a green mana, so let's see what we're going to see. Hey, it's another creature. We like that. Top, especially with Swamp staring across from us. Okay, let's try to not make any more mistakes today. 1 is too many, especially when it costs you a perfect start. Boo-hoo. Should animate some tears on my face. Double Swamp, that's never good. I care less about this little dude. So should I do this? I'm going to do this. Just in case they're on edicts. My spidey senses are sensing something. It'd be funny if we do draw into a, what's that beautiful land called? I could use it for red and bring out a hasted Ichorclaw. That'd be pretty sweet. Yeah, I ran into that Serpent Delver list. Beat it pretty good with the Thopter list. Just gain enough life and everything flies. And again, I can just sit back and block with Thopters or Ginger Brutes and collect life. It takes them a little too much to get going. Alrighty. Well, this is interesting. Let's scry Unearth. I like that against this matchup. We'll say top on that. I don't have any way to protect this. It's awfully likely that they have removal. I think I want to keep Rancor back until I can, double threat something out. So I'm just going to attack here. Maybe we draw some removal. Maybe we don't. Do that. Because I'm going to actually lean on Plague Stinger here in case they're on Snuff Out. We'll do that. Play this. Do this. Bring out Plague Stinger. Yeah, I'm not too worried about Edict effects. Or Snuff Out. That happened the other day. I went up against Dimir with the Thopter list and powered up everything on my... Vault Scourge because I knew they had 4 Snuff Outs main, and sure enough, they just started discarding them. And I had I think the picture's up on our YouTube page. It's like an 1111 dude. Geothermal blog. I thought that was one of those old school Stormlands when I heard the name. Yikes! All right, well that's scary. I think this little opening is going to let us win the game here. A 5. All right. Well, let's Rancor. Do we Embiggen instead of the... yeah, probably just Embiggen here, right? Call green. Go here. Call Embiggen here. Bloop. I think I might want to attack with that. Make this just a 5-5. I mean a 5-4. But if they have an Edict effect, they might not be running too much removal because they don't want stuff in our yard, but it might be fun. We can always animate it back next turn. If we have one more mana, we could be attacking with it. Of course, the same is true for Ichorclaw Myr. Yeah, let's play a little safer here. As I click through my attack step. Hopefully not. Dreamer Stingo. Yeah, with so much good removal, it might be possible to bring Invigorate back. There's a thing called Restricted, too. People could keep you to 1 or just a few. Can't block that. Here it comes. Boom. How's everybody? The Martyr Guy wants to know. Good to have you with us. Playing 5-color Infect. Should be undefeated. I punted really hard, mistaking Hexproof for Shroud. Okay, we win that one. Call this Rakdos Reanimate. Check a quick look of the colorful players here. What do we have? Begin sideboard. I think we might just roll this back, everybody. Well, Macabre's always fun with these reanimate strategies. We'll bring in the 3. That's what they're there for. I think I'll lose an Unearth and a Blessing. Charge. Let's try that. Might regret that Blessing. Probably bringing in removal, but trying not to overboard. Keep it to about 3 or 4, right? Boom, boom, boom. Wow, we've got it early and often. This is like a typical, just good hand from a mono green style list. We'll just play our cards right. Elf Rancor attack over and over again. We might just get there honestly and not have to do any sort of shenanigans. Did you see the Princess Bride reprint set they announced? No, Martyr Guy. Send me any info you got. paupergan@gmail.com. I really want to see that. I really, that is one of the best movies of all time. Part of me wants them to remake it, but I'm like, you can't remake that. Maybe that's one good thing about AI, right? There's a lot of good things about AI, but maybe they'll be able to really go all in and make stuff like perfectly redone again with the master or something. Who knows? Exactly, Bacon Master. Alrighty, we've got a little mutt showing up. Nice little blocker in the works there. Getting in our way. Don't like that. Root Walla. There's a cluttered battlefield. This calls for Ichorclaw Myr. I did not expect that. They seem to be going all in with the big stuff. I know. Captain Vlad Tepes, I totally agree. Stop pre-making films. Like Hollywood claims it's all creative and stuff. It's like, it's not very. They tend to really overdo a lot of old stuff. We'll bring out the Grotto. It's another card. I always remembered this coming into play tapped. We'll say no to this. Actually, we need some colors, but we'll say no. I'm going to bring out the heavy hitter here. Bloop. Considering blocking with the Glistener Elf, considering the battlefield as it sits now. It's a nail biter, folks. Bit of reunion, alrighty. What are they getting rid of? Yikes. Don't like seeing those two in the graveyard. We've got the answer in Macabre. And if they have edicts, it'll be fun to power that out, right? Oh, this is most unexpected. Only problem with this on the stream, sometimes people scoop when you pull this move, because it's such a backbreaker. They've invested like 4 cards into this. We get a creature out of the deal. That's pretty cool. Nice little workaround there. Good for them. I don't mind seeing that troll at all. Boom. Tapping my feet a little too loud. Let's go. What you gonna do? That's right. Do I send it to the grave? How shall I play this? Right on time. I like seeing that. Let's power this up. I think I'll let Ichorclaw Myr scooch in there, especially if I draw. Yeah, baby. Embiggen. Woo! Good times. I'm going to attack with both the Elf and the Myr just so they don't really team up on the Ichorclaw here, and then we'll see what we want to do. Keep this dude back for blocking. I know it can't block the troll, but if any of that scrapwork mutt comes back, it'll prevent a little bit. PauperRBust in the house. Back at you. Good to have you with us. Oh, and TB21. Ooh. I was going to say, haven't heard that name before. Alrighty, that gets trampled. All your work goes down the drain, sir. We will embiggen and save our guy. Still get over for about 4. Trade up. We got all kinds of creatures showing up. Crunch. And we have another reanimate target if it shows up that way. It's a trap. That'd be a good username. It's a trap. Love me some Faerie Macabre. Macabre. Macabre, macabre, macabre. Crab macabre. It's a macabre. Attack. Roar. Fear the Embiggen. I always have it. Crunch. It just works? Wow. All right. Hey, yay, yay. I'm just going to bring out 1. Got to keep a little mystery in our hand. That scrapwork mutt will have to kill itself if it does the thing. Dun, 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 dun. All right. We even it up. 1 and 1. Should have beat Glitter Affinity. I lost that one, not the deck. So technically 2-0. Let's go right in here. I'm caffeinated up and don't really, my bladder's fine. So, same guy. I don't want the same matchup we just played. I'm gonna quit this one. Let me, we just played here. Let's see, concede here. All right, let's see if Owen maybe finds another one. You know what? Let me go get some more coffee. We'll be right back right after this.
Our ingredients have historic roots. Our water combines the spreading seas of Zendikar with the rushing rivers of Ixalan. Our grain is harvested from windswept heaths under Amonkhet's nourishing second sun. From the russet wolf potatoes to the straw golem berries, each piece of our mystical puzzle is then blessed by the order of the Ebon Hand, transmuting our prismatic ingredients into a magical elixir that is then held for 5 Teferi time twists. Then, our Balduvian brew mages carefully select only the finest examples, which are then exiled within our patented guild-packed glass. Introducing Jaya's hot and spicy chili vodka and Jace's refreshing ice gin. Fire and ice. Experience your opposite. Available at all Sing Here superstores.
All right, we're back. I did get some more coffee, and now we got a new opponent. Apologies to forget the player's username. I just didn't want to have double return deck. What do you call rematch? Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Yuck! Colorful, but nothing's there. Mulligan this. I went and admitted to my son my horrible play, so I'm being honest. Keep. Let's see. Double Rancor is good, but I think I want to lose it here. We'll go like that. Done. One's enough. We'll power out a Abundant Growth. Haven't seen too much removal yet. I'm sure that's going to change. We probably got a bunch of Galvanic Blasts in our future, given our opponent's mana. Woo! Okay. Well, that's interesting. Go green, blue, black. I'm still just going to do this, especially in case we run into a Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce is pretty good against my decks. I tend to have rocket fast starts and really try to maximize my mana turns, and that's quite the kick in the crotch. Now, do we power out Agent or the Stinger? Let's see what Frog Might it is. Okay. There is blue across from us. I think I'm going to lean on Agent. It probably won't live long, but we have Unearth for that. Another Vestige shows up. That's okay. We'll save it. We'll play Grotto. See if any basics are in our future. That's pretty good. I'll say top on that. Just a draw spell at this stage. Wondering if... I'm going to actually bring out the Plague Stinger. I think that's going to die first. I care more about the Blighted Agent in case we... what do you call? Abundant Growth into an Apostle's Blessing. Five color infect. We're already there. Woo! Pretty cool avatar. Thought cast. Finding a bunch of removal probably. Yep. Okay. Gonna reveal your draw. Let's see what you got here. Gingerbrute. Okay. Respectable. Respect the brute. There it is. Boing. I like how it clears out after it shows you. I wish cards would do that a little more often. Just some cards do that, others don't. Whoa, man, if we had like an Embiggen, we could really make them pay this turn. Or a Reckless Charge would be pretty great right about now, huh? I'm really surprised the Stinger lived. Very, very interesting. Alrighty. Let's bring this out for green. We'll use the green to draw a card. Now we've got all the mana fixed. Drawing stuff, doing things. Oh, develop or blast. I think we develop. Go here and here with blue. This is where we really want to see Reckless Charge. With the mana we got now, we reanimate or unearth with one, and we pay red for the other, and we attack for 4, usually unblockable at haste speed. It's pretty awesome. That's why it wasn't, it's hard for me to not play all 4. But those scenarios, again, look at our mana base right now. Now it's set, since 4 or 5 turns in. So you don't always want to be seeing that in your opener. But the redundancy is nice because as the game goes mid, and maybe you've got an agent, any of these 2 creatures on board, and the person's kind of out of removal, then all of a sudden you've got free giant growths out of your graveyard. Good times. There's the glitter mana. There's the little glitter target. Tap that red. Tap it. Come on, Apostles. All right, good. They're tapping it. Wow, they really think they're going to get there. Maybe they will. They might have, what next. So they don't understand how Blighted Agent works. So that's 2 free damage we avoid. Are they just not on removal or just no respect for this, I guess? Ooh, I really like that draw. Tempted to just cycle Unearth here. Is that the play? I think it might be. I think we cycle Unearth, as crazy as that sounds. I love that card, but we're going to cycle you. Hey, well, draw another one. All right, let's attack. Glitter. Will that just kill us, though? Well, we're not going to be able to block it, so let's go. I sure wish Apostle's Blessing said artifact or creature, not that you control. Comes down to this turn. Oh, I vastly prefer Abundant Growth still. Glint Hawk. Well, I guess they don't have the, you-know-what. Plague Stinger's going to be allocated to a blocker now. Back goes Synth. Keep my fingers off the yield because we do have Blessing. Okay. God, where are their blasts at, huh? Rustvale and Den in the hand. Draw off a Den, draw off a glitter. It's only one mystery card. Oh. Interesting. Yeah, it's really fun to brew with both the Unbridled Growth and Abundant Growth. It's just green really start churning through a lot of good stuff. Well, depending on what we draw, we can just kind of win here. We have 2 draws. We've got protection, so that feels pretty good. Yikes, don't want to see that. Let's unearth right now. I mean, cycle. Any spell. Embiggen. Thank you. Embiggen. Did we get there? Blop. All right, cool. USA artifacts. Okay, well, we pulled that one off. We know this calls for Spore Frog. Now, is it worth Nature's Claim? I don't think so again. Boy, we just didn't see any removal. I think some lists are just going so hard in the paint with, all that glitters package. They're just trying to keep it, I'm just going to kill you first sort of thing. which I respect. I play that way a lot. Okay, we'll lose 1 Unearth. I really like to keep the charges, but we'll lose 1 charge. It's another reason I cut it to 2, is I was always going down to 2 or 1 post board. Maybe 1 less might. Actually, I might lose a Glistener Elf of all things. I think I'm going to lose a Glistener Elf. That gets blocked by everything, and most of the time it's just going to be a speed bump. So we got a Fog Effect to just kind of stay alive. Let's go. Can we get to 3-0 for the deck and 2-1 for me? We shall see. Wife's out of town all weekend, so we're just gaming like crazy, my boy and I. I like this hand quite a bit. Yep, we'll lead off with a Stinger. Keep this. All we want now is like an Unbridled Growth so we can make that Vestige count for something. We've seen Stinger's not all that great because they have Glint Hawks, but we'll just do this here. Rancor, Apostle's Blessing. Man, we've got some firepower if we draw another forest. Double Embiggen and Might of Old Krosa. This is going to get gross quick. Give me some trample options. Well, let's hope they don't. They keep up their theme of not having any sort of removal, because I'm going to lean on Agent way more because we've seen Glint Hawk already. So let's see if we can get there. We really want a abundant growth here, even a Crystal Grotto or whatever it's called. So we can trigger Unearth once they start messing with our stuff. I like this so much. Go, man. Give us a forest. 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 Our abundant growth in the forest. All right. I'm going to get there when I can. We're going to power this dude up. Who knows, maybe they just don't have removal and we just win next turn naturally. Really consider playing the Ichorclaw Myr there. But I'm going to use Might of Old Krosa at the most opportune time. And Embiggen can save our guys if we have another spell, but really missed our land drop there. I run 18 for a reason. I don't like to get marooned in this list. I don't mind getting... I don't want to get flooded, but a little bit of flood's fine. There's a lot of stuff to do with mana. Live, Blighted Agent, live! We just win next turn. If that doesn't turn for red, oh my god. All that glitters, they're getting selfish. We got the win if they don't drop a, like, Furnace Bolt. I wish we had Apostle's Blessing. I'd feel a lot safer. Yeah, I've thought about that. I've never gotten Vector Asp to work. The 1 mana artifact, 1 black, and it becomes Infect for the turn. I have a mono black Infect list that I've had to try to make work, but all right, do we just win here? I mean, is that cut shots of no call? Bloop. Just like that. Blonk. All right. Well, the deck's 3-0. I'm 2-1. We're going to just keep having some fun. At this rate, I'm happy to lose the next 2. I've considered a successful outing, but to the discredit of my list, we haven't really seen much spot removal. We've seen some edicts. The Hadar really tore us apart. We were able to reset, and then it did again, and then we were able to reset. So, yeah, Embiggen's looking pretty sweet. I got it for like 10 cents. The next time I looked, it was like 25. I was like, whoa. We have protection here. We don't know what we're up against. I have to keep this hand. We're on the draw. Seen better. I'd really like to have an abundant growth show up, so let's put that thought out in the universe for a nice first turn play and turn that Vestige on for the rest of the game. The Crumbling Vestige. Woo, man, oh man. I got to track down this artist and get that print. That is gorgeous. Or in some cases, I can't find them and I paint it myself. Ooh, got a mirror match here? What are the odds on that, right? I'll play the Grotto, because we might find what we're looking for. I like that, because we can protect it. We'll throw that on top. Slow roll this a little bit. We'll lead off with Glistener Elf and just hold up Blessing for backup. Not sure what our opponent's on. Okay, now we know. Hexproof it is. Good times. There won't be any blocking, and we're yet again not running into much removal, so a good day for Infect. Maybe a change of plans. Yeah, let's maximize here. I'm not too worried about removal. I'm going to bring out the Myr here. That way, if we draw a Reckless Charge, our Glistener Elf just gets in. We still have the protection package. Oh, okay. Cooper the Red with the monetary advice there, or at least update, I should say. Here we go. There's the glitter. Not too powerful yet. Not too impressed. If it sits back, all right. This is when you dread seeing Armadillo Cloak, but oops, we don't, because we don't care if you gain life. It's an old joke, but boy, it's true. Wow, that is some carnage. Yeah, let's go for green here. They're really going to think twice about attacking next turn, right? I'll just call base green here. Bloop. Can't say no to this. Krosa first, because it's our main step. Even Gut Shot don't save you here. Nine coming at you. We're safe to Journey and just about everything else. Their deck's all green, so I think we have this one. We're at a pretty healthy 17. That's the conundrum here, is that this is a really fun deck to play. It's so flexible, has so many answers, and then when you go back to the other one, it feels a little too focused for no reason. Like you still get kind of flooded and or screwed in the same ways, but you don't have the flexibility or the evasion, and I don't know, might be reaching, but almost feels like it plays even. I mean, the lands have come so far now, it's pretty darn easy to play 5-color Infect. It'll work, but I think the payoff's worth it. Yeah, we just win here. Problem with playing one color or being focused on one color, right? We'll rock here, pay this, bloop. Call green. And that's all she wrote. Okay. A win against Hex. Again, reminder, there will be no show next week. I think that's all we're going to do. I know it seems like we're doing this a lot, but glitter decks, you know, they kind of go all in, and we've seen technically glitter each time. I mean, we didn't see it against Rakdos, but Spore Frog's a hell of a card. And against Edict effects, it's pretty good too. There's not going to be much blocking. There's not going to be much dying. I think we'll get rid of 2 Unearths. Maybe 3. I think we get rid of 3 Unearths here. Hope I don't regret that. Got to respect glitters. Got to bring in some frogs. Stuff doesn't always go our way. Man, I made that coffee good today. Didn't mean to rhyme that. Hey. Boom. Oh, if we knew we were drawing a land, this would be so grand. Do we just keep anyway? It's a brutal hand. Man, if we have like a vestige off the top. Play good magic. Mulligan. There we go. We'll keep this. We might not need the blessing. We've got the agent. So I think we put back the blessing. I think this is right. Got to remember our matchup here. Done. Open up the yards. Let's play some cards. Woo! Got a turn 3 agent. If we draw another land, hopefully we can cheat and just top deck a abundant growth. Although that might help our opponent quite a bit in their acceleration. Another card we got to be really wary of is if they brought in a standard bearer. Normally I like to... ooh, I love that. That's a great draw. Okay, actually we lead Grotto here. Yeah, let's go Grotto. See what we're going to see. More carnage. Oh, this is gorgeous. Top. This is going to be really fast if they don't have like a... well, a lot. Turn 2 agent. If there's a forest after that, geez. Yeah, I prefer me just a gut shot there. If you're worried about it. All right, let's go blue. Tapping very gingerly here. Boop. I know, reckless charge. You want to get in there, my friend? We got 9 damage next turn. I know a lot of you want to play mutagenic growth. There are scenarios, obviously. Every card has a scenario where you're like, if you would have had that, you would have. But I find it doesn't get you out of bolt damage. What are we on here? Boy, this really smells like prismatic territory. I'm just going to use 1 on our friend here. I'll power out an Ichorclaw. Yeah, I'm just going to use 1 in case. I'm pretty sure they're sitting back on prismatic here. It would be a strange call with hexproof being green creature space though, but oh well. All right, opening out this dude. Could have got him to 9, but I mean, it's a 2-turn kill regardless, so let's sit back and be a little more colorful. Now I can lean a little heavier on Ichorclaw. A strange turn. That's what we need. Okay, the mystery is over. Journey shows up. Bad choice, my friend. I find your lack of faith disturbing. Are they just sitting on fog? That could be a shot. Good news is we only have to use 1 spell to find out. Good times. I'm going to use Krosa when I can. Rather leave Embiggen for like a trick. Maybe if they've got like a gut shot of their own here. Do we just win here? Let's see. Or is it a fog? Yep, it's a fog. Okay. Well, they got to have another one. Problem is, do they have another journey? Oh, I want an Apostle's Blessing. Oh yeah, I took those out. Wouldn't have helped too much there. Same scenario would have happened. I would have targeted the Blighted Agent pro white, and then Ichorclaw would have still got picked up. Do we live? Oh, just. Unless they have other technology. Woo! The deck is 4-0. We're 3-1. Or I am. And here we go into the last round. But don't worry, folks. Maybe we'll try the mono green as a bonus 6th episode to make up for not being here next week. Yeah. I just rather have more and more pump. You can always use Embiggen defensively. Oh yeah, Spell Pierce is. If you know you're facing me, you should play all 4. Almost every deck I run is just I'm all about efficient mana and doing maximizing. I like to sequence my plays like that a lot. Tempo, tempo, tempo. Woo! All right. Yeah. Colorful goods. Feeling all right. We'll keep. We got some defense in Unearth here. Who doesn't like opening up this on Christmas morning, right? Look at these colors. Did you get your spells pierced? Let's go to some little piercing factory, right? All right. Show me an abundant growth next. I'm going to say no to this. Bottom. We've got the green for it, but I want to start getting some resiliency. We already have Unearth, but that's going to cost 2 mana, and we don't like that. So, okay. This could be a big problem because we can't put out... If we get a Crumbling Vestige right now, that'd be really ideal. But we're going to need an Apostle's Blessing here because we're at least dealing with snaps. The Martyr guy, yep. The more I keep tuning this list, the more and more I'm like, well, I got options. It's like, why not use them all? Exactly, Dreamer Stingo. That's like a... kind of how I feel with this list's mana base. Like when I go back to playing just green, I'm like, oh man, I wish I had this. I wish I had that. Good news here, we can at least maybe bait some removal and then use our Unearth to get something back. But okay, I think we're headed for our first loss, being that we're going to get out tempoed here and they're going to have a removal. Hopefully not snap. I'm obviously going to... It's not like I'm playing Benevolent Blessing though. However, I did have that in the sideboard and main at different scenarios with this list, but combat happens. There's so many times you only got 1 mana open and Apostle's Blessing. Yeah, it costs you 2 life, but it's always there for you. It gets through the hordes of affinity creatures, or if they're playing monocolor, it's good times. We could cycle. Don't want to. Oh boy, let me just throw this out there. I ain't going to sit and get picked apart, but we're probably going to walk right into a Spellstutter Sprite here. Sometimes they don't have it, but if they don't, they probably got like a lightning bolt for it. No Sprite. That's like affinity players not having Galvanic Blast in their hand, but they're going to go find some removal here. Or are they going to do this into a Lorien? That's a pretty good play. A lot of W's. Ash Barrens. My goodness, what a fast show. Already on the last match, just over a little bit of an hour in. Infect will do that. Apostle's Blessing, please. Please, please, please. Really like our hand with the Reckless Charge Surprise, or Apostle's Blessing, or Abundant Growth. I know we might walk right into a Fae, but used to run Gut Shot quite a bit. Still might. I mean, that might be a better call with fairies and standard bearers. I think I just ran into like a slump of never seeing those come in against me, and I started getting a little worried about red, so I went kind of heavy in the paint with that. But more and more forests. What are we gonna do? So here's what I think we do. I think we bait out removal in the form of that mountain, so Embiggen can save the day. So I'm actually going to go red here, cast it here. I think this is the, just to see if they've got removal. Of course, Spell Pierce really ruins our day again here, because they'll be able to counter Embiggen, but I'll come on in here for 4, soon to be 8, but I won't pull the trigger until they do. Where are the sprites? Okay, don't have a Spell Pierce here. Bonk. Do they got this Pierce? Ah, it lives. Now they're afraid of another one. Wouldn't that be nice? Grunch. That's right, the martyr guy. Yeah, Wizards has got to be really tentative about Infect. I'm sure there's a clause in everything that comes out where they're like, there's like an Infect guy on the team that's like, make sure that that doesn't make that OP, because that took the life total and cut it in half. In the case of Pauper, it just really neuters a lot of sideboard options, you know, Weather the Storm or instead of fog options. Yeah, I probably am the Infect guy named Chimpskey. From day one, I've done the mono white. I've done just about everything. I like this. This is great. Don't drop a mountain. I don't think they've hit a land drop yet. Sticker Goblin's amazing in the mono red deck, Cooper the Red. So yeah, definitely get that. But I don't know. I'm pretty ignorant on that card set. I just didn't like it. It just doesn't feel like Magic, and so I don't want to support it. I know it sounds goofy, but I mean, we got the win with just the Reckless Charge here. We just win. I thought for sure we were going to lose game one here. They went first. I mean, unless they've got Gut Shot, we've got this. And even if we didn't have Reckless, we've got a double draw with Unearth here. But Jukabog has new artwork? I have not seen that. Someone send me a link, pauperken@gmail.com. I want to see that. We're flooded, but it works. We'll go red. Boom, boom. Hello. Oh, yeah. One extra, sir. Boop. And you're dead. Another W. You are fairy. All right. We know a whole lot of spot removals coming at us, so we're probably going to at least get to a game 3. Vines will come in. Just double checking here. That's a little too cutesy. This is so awesome. You know, you power stuff up and you act ignorant and you run right into a fog and then you're like, kapow! But just one is needed. Alrighty, stuff will be dying. Rancor is going to feel really sketchy. I'm going to lose one of those. And there's a lot of... Maybe not. Flying is a thing. They're going to be able to block Stinger pretty regularly. I think we'll cut one Stinger. I like Reckless Charge here because it's a double spell. Once their counter magic gets exhausted, be able to just kind of keep things rolling, right? I'm going to bring out 2 Stingers. It'll help our mana feel even stronger. And I just don't want to be being blocked. Watch, we'll draw both of them in the opener, right? You cut 2. Here they are, sir. I saw a black card right away. I'm like, what? Huh? Did I do it? I think we keep this. It's right on the razor's edge. We are on the draw. We've got a way to bring this back twice. We've got a way to protect it, and we almost have death here. Just give us a forest, and we're good to go. Or heck, even an Abundant Growth. Yeah, Abundant Growth's probably our top draw into forest. Unless they've got Spell Pierce. Hey, super fun 99. Good to have you with us. I love it. All right. Vestige for nothing. This hurts. We'll say green and act like we messed up. Only messed up once. Well, Might of Old Krosa. The clouds. How's that? 5 color infect. It works. Well, right now it's stumbling a little bit. We still have a turn 2 Blighted Agent, just like an all blue deck would. And And we've got ability to protect it with the Blessing. Blessing's actually very good against fairies because it gets around an early spell stutter sprite targeted for 1. You gotta have at least 2 out there. Me too, Bacon Master. Yeah, it's nice when real life mirrors the world. Forest, abundant growth. Not that. See if they got it. I'm going to bring out blue, and hopefully they just don't draw red, but this is probably going to get countered, but it's at least going to be a hard counter. Blighted Agent. Oh, it is, Martyr Guy. The only loss I took in the league the other day was that, so... Oh, interesting. That landed. Don't have red. Don't have red. Don't do it. No Lorien either. No, it's a natural. Zap. Oh, they're going to let us untap? That's a mistake. Yes. Ah, so refreshing. Well, I'm going to try the Krosa. See if we can end this stuff early. We'll do it main, folks. That's what happened to me in my loss, Martyr Guy. It was just like, had to win the next turn. I was at like 14, and it was just Ren Resolve, Bolt, Bushwhacker, another Ticket Goblin, and then it was like, good grief. Pretty crazy. Choose this. Go like this. We've already seen no counterspell last turn. Hopefully that holds here. Again, Spell Stutter Sprite doesn't work here. These scenarios, that's why I love Apostle's Blessing. Does it work? Really like Grotto to show up or Abundant Growth so we can maximize all of our options here. Again, there's another neat play too, and against a removal heavy deck, you kind of act like, you know, you're licking your wounds sort of thing. You've got no creatures on board. That's when they tap all out, maybe go for Monarch, and then you can just unearth, reckless charge, win out of the blue, and that gets very fun. Okay. All right. Well, we win next turn. If there's no shenanigans, we know there will be. We probably won't be able to untap. Oh, nice pull. Very nice. Great card against us. Very, very unused, especially with serpents running around. All right, Abundant Growth here. I'm pretty sure they're on a Sprite draw, though, because this just feels ick. For tempo's sake, I hate losing my Unearth, but I'm going to cycle it. I want some options here. Land of any kind. Okay, that's fine. I can at least play that, and we can protect it with Embiggen. No, there's too many snow mountains already. Well, that would be a 5/5. If they don't hit a land drop, it will be safe. But they probably have a Spell Stutter Sprite. Come on, Abundant Growth or Crystal Grotto or so many other things. Even another Vestige into Reckless Charge. That'd be pretty fun. That Curfew gets me really nervous. Cannonade is probably in hand or something like it. So we'll probably have to use this Embiggen defensively. I'm glad we got one game on this. All right, here comes the Fairy Machine. I'm almost positive at this point that they have a Sprite in their hand. And that was what my Unearth play was for, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Not gonna sit back and waste turns here while they're scrying. Speaking of scry, let's get a Grotto or Abundant Growth now. No. All right. Let's tap this, then we'll untap, making them think like we really want to do something with this green, and then we'll go, no, we're just going to do this, and then see if you're going to fall for it. Because we got a Blight Mamba behind this. Where are the sprites? You're kidding me at this point. It lives? Yeah, we're not putting Rancor anywhere near that. And we can make it survive this turn. Skred's a 4. We can make it a 5/5. A seething goblin ticket. All right. Even a basic here is good. I'm going to turn in a Ninja Land. Come on, Ninja. What you got? Moon Circuit. All right. Is there another curfew in store? Alrighty, now our Embiggen does nothing. I mean, it kills, but doesn't save us from Scred. Looked at 2 cards, drawn 2. Not gonna lie, we've been pretty lucky not seeing Sprite. Another Embiggen. I think we just attack here. Ay, ay, ay. Let's see a lightning bolt. That would be nice, right? If they've got it, they got it. I'm going to Embiggen here. Probably a Sprite or a Scred. We've already shown them Apostle's Blessing. But we're going to have to discard pretty soon the hand size. So, again, Embiggen doesn't save us anymore from Scred. So, I'm just hoping we get something in. We can always unearth it once it's in our yard. Not the best target, not the worst. Probably the worst is the Plague Stinger or just the Glistener Elf. Yep, he had it. That makes me feel better. Looks like this is going to go to a game 3. They're drawing quite a few cards, or at least being able to cycle through them with the Moon Circuit. Glad we pulled off one win. Excuse me. Yeah, counter magic and spot removal, not good for this list. I mean, for any infect list. Got quite a few answers, but their ability to outdraw, we got to have it pretty good. But that's why sometimes this has an edge against traditional infect, because of the little sneakiness of reckless charge and stuff. All right, another Scred showed up. It's getting grim. Technically, you know what? Technically, the deck hasn't lost a single match. The only loss we've had was my fault. I had the win. Those are the good kind of mistakes. What do I mean by that? Like, it hurt so bad and it was so embarrassing that I'm never going to forget that. Slipping away, as is the way of Fae. And for the record, this is the deck stumbling on mana. So it's not always smooth, but it's amazing how often it is. There's that. We got nothing here. They've got Scred in hand. We'll look at one more draw. Considered unstable mutation as well. I think with Proliferate there might be some sort of weird way to keep that being an awesome spell. Just a permanent giant growth. That's pretty awesome. Four damage. Not the most, but locked and loaded with a Scred there. What is this? Go, yeah. Just keep your fjord out there. Tap those islands. We could get an abundant growth. Bring out a stinger just for food for Scred. And then maybe just be able to discard it at a lightning bolt. That's a pretty intimidating discard. It's like, look, I got plenty of answers. I don't even need the extra. Could have just killed me next turn with a bolt. Still might have it though, right? Well, there's a forest. Scoop time. Concede. Game 3. First loss for the deck. All day. Woo! Pretty sure that was going to go down. I think we just roll it back. Boy, I really don't like seeing those stingers, but they are kind of like our version of standard bearer, right? We put them out there and they're like, kill it! And it's like, good, thank you. I want to save my protection for blighted agents and such. Alrighty. Ice D200, what's up? Good to have you with us. All right. The deck is almost undefeated today. I have lost, though. I'm just going to roll it back. Let's go. Maybe should have done a superstitious shuffle there, but win, lose, or draw. We'll go from there. Yes. We want to play first. Oh boy, sure wish we're just going to go for it here, guys. We'll keep this. This is like an old school infect hand. Mamma mia. Hopefully they just have islands. Pop, pop, pop. 5-color infect. Yes. Can't say no to a hand like this. Problem is, if they have a basic mountain, it's probably just we're just top deck mode city. You know, with that ticket goblin and such, and storm style things, and reckless charge, there might be a way to build a not so much red infect, but maybe a Golgari. No, not Golgari. Gruul infect. It just, you know, has those turns where you have nothing in play, and then it's just boom, 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 boom. Rancor, reckless charge, Embiggen, dead. Here we go. I'm very happy to see a Apostle's Blessing show up. Let's put out those positive vibes into the universe. Ooh, yes, it's just an island. He's not a machine. At this stage, we can use Might of Old Krosa as defense. Oh, do we go all in on Rancors here? Just make them have it? Because then they have to tap out for a creature. Well, let's see if they have, you know what, because then we can just recast Glistener Elf if we end up losing this to Curfew. They have it. They're going to use it now. They don't. This doesn't save us from a lightning bolt, which is half of their stuff. So I'm going to get in while we can, guys. They didn't have Curfew that time. They're not going to have it this time. This way, you know, they got something like a Augur or Bolus or something. They've got to find something quick. Can't sit around and wait on fairies to block or something. You need an answer. And Brainstorm can be very depressing sometimes because it can show you a whole lot of nothing and without a shuffle effect. All right. We pushed our chips all in. They got the thing. They got the removal. They do. Still glad we did it. We get both our Rancors back. Got them halfway there. Let's find Crumbling Vestige. That would be pretty sweet right now. Vestige. Vestige. Think of the beautiful lands. Now we're happy to have that reckless charge, but we need abundant growth or something like that to power things out. Vestige, please. No. Getting a little land screwed here. We do play 18. Should probably have at least 3 by now mathematically. Not all 4. Not with 18, but... All right, what are they going to show us here? The fjord's already showing up. There's some more removal. Now we did have 2 vines added here. Land, please, land, 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 land. We got a discard anyway. They've got a counter, that's fine. If we draw an Earth, we have a better target now. See what they do here. I mean, got to discard something, right? So might as well make them use a spell. All right. Better that than a kill spell or a protection spell on Apostles. Feels like it's slipping away from us. The deck's a chance to go 5-0 against a very pretty regular metagame. We haven't seen much. The Rakdos list was about the most roguey thing. Everything else has been pretty standard tournament fare. I just went to a league yesterday, if you missed the top of the show, and went 4-1 with the Thopter list that I shared with y'all on the stream about 3 weeks back. I've got the details and some pictures on our community page. I'm going to try again today. The only game I lost was when I wasn't inebriated. I played and then I was like, oh, started drinking, did some little art project, came back. I'm like, I can finish these 4 rounds, and I did. But they're all a blur. Oh, yeah, this is a very tough matchup. All right. Well, good news is maybe we'll just wear them out of Screds, right? God, we got some firepower. Boy, if Green had one of those ticket abilities, they've got our number. They're just loading that Scred up, and these are going to start turning into ninjas real quick. No Ice Deed 200. We are not a used to, and I do believe that's a mistake. I'm just so prepared for red goblins and such, because in the league I played, it was like 3 out of the 5 games I would run into that, and even with a life gain deck and it's built for to beat it, my only loss was to one of those and just drew bad. And then that new ticket goblin was just, it was insane. It was like the old Empty the Warren days. I was like, oh my god, that would be pretty fun with a Kiln Fiend build too. There's a grotto. Really like seeing that. Problem is the fairies in hand. Don't really need this. Okay, bottom. I don't think we can win here, guys. We know they've got a Sprite in hand, set for 2 and a Scred. We can do 4. Soon to be a whole lot more. Hope you liked the list, though. Has done remarkably well today. If I was going to pick any list of the ones we faced today, I know this is the one I would pick to probably lose it to, so it's making sense. Ice D200, yeah. I don't disagree with you. Of all the bands, I think that one, they could at least try it. You know, if things go crazy, and just restrict it or ban it again. But yeah, to just keep things in permanent ban land, I think they should every once in a while let something through. Maybe for the, for the holidays, like a Pauper Christmas. It's like, everything's unbanned for 3 weeks. Have fun. But 5 cards. We know 2 of them are really bad for us. Pauper Magical Christmas Land. Free commons for everyone. For all the common folk. That'd be a good username, common folk. Very tempted to try the challenge tomorrow, but I like pickleball just a little bit more. Oh, I've played No Ban quite a bit. Not this year, but the years prior. Well said, Pangolin Wrangler. All right. Well, we like that. Is it going to get you-know-whatted? We'll see. I think that might be a bit of a waste at this point with Grotto and out. All right. Good restraint by our opponent. Yeah, I'm just going to... We've got to discard something, so I'm going to get rid of our worst creature, and it's probably going to eat a sprite. Just keep that charge back. One less answer. All right, all right. We might be able to keep something alive through Skred if we draw another Embiggen. Well, even Might of Old Krosa if it's timed right on our main phase if they wait. Yeah, there's some pretty steady events like that. About 3 weeks ago, we had some other free event that you can join. I forget what that was, Pauper Wizards or something like that. Do you guys remember Chimpskey or Shiraz? I forgot. Sorry to, dig quick. Yeah, we've lost. Spellstutter Sprite back up. Our opponent just has to make a big error here and try to just one-up us with like a Skred on something, but we got him to 5 Infect. That's the hopeful thing. We're a reckless charge away from killing them, but we know that we've got all 1-drops except one card. They've got a counter and removal. 3 mana to do it. And the pressure is real. Spore Frog, even though we didn't sight it in. Let's see. Can I make it dramatic? A Glistener Elf, maybe? You know, they want to counter that. It's like, oh, almost. But, all they do is counter that. But almost there. I mean, if our mana didn't hiccup here so bad, we could have maybe unearthed something and charged in for the win with Protection Suite backup, even in the other forms. But they got us. We'll concede here. So the deck went 4-1. I went 3-2. If you're confused by that and you weren't here at the top of the show, our opponent threw a hexproof spell on my creature, and I punted hard, thinking it was a Vines of Vastwood style effect, and it was not. So I don't want to leave you with a short show because we'll be off next week. So I'm going to play one game of just the mono green variant here. Go over the list here. Give you guys an extra show. This one does support Gutshot and Veridan Longbow here. We've got a lot more just basic 1-2-3s with 4 frogs and the life goes on with the Macabre package. No ability to really stop a fog lock, but we'll try this one out. I just call it Infect Deluxe 2. We've got all the heavy hitters, all Vines, Rancor, the Might. I am running 2 Groundswell for a total of 10 cards that grant Fire Blast damage in Infect. And our friend Mutagenic Growth, which lost a bit of value. Worst card in the list, probably Blight Mamba. It's great late, but sometimes it can be quite the mana hog. So, oops, let's make sure we change this up. Yeah, Rotwolf's pretty good. You can always make a case for the other one too. It's a 2-3, but that 3 is really, really important sometimes. So, it's the bonus show, or the bonus match. All right, here we go. Yeah, Vault Scourge has just about everything else. It's why I designed that Thopter list that way. It's like so much stuff had lifelink in it. It's like a free spell. It's like, okay, I don't need to draw lifelink. These things already have a spell attached to them. And flying. That's a lot of card. The, what is that? The Glistener Hawk? The Healer's Hawk. And Vault Scourge. Damn good cards. Keep. On the draw. Boy, if we see a Rancor or Apostle's Blessing, this is going to get nasty. All right, it's probably some Golgari sack list, I would think. Mana's there. Interesting. Is this Stompy? Stompy against Infect? What sort of world is this? Boom. Give us a Rancor, please. Even in Apostle's Blessing, we can pull all our spells first and then sack it and go in for the win. We've got the win. One nice thing Mutagenic does do with all these 4x spells is push that last bit up. Now they have an artifact creature. Most unfortunate. Another good Spore Frog list to include here. Well, they won't get that mutagenic trigger off of that spawn if I attack. Nothing goes south. Maybe they'll get selfish and wait for it and we can just win out of the blue, right? Let's try that. All right, some sort of evasion needs to show up. I'm really missing Blight Mamba in our flyer at this stage. To be fair, we'd probably just be casting it right now and not be attacking, but evasion is real. Thank you for that, Dreamer Stingo. I might have made that mistake. I like this because we can just power out our Rotwolf. That might not even be the play. Yeah, it is. We want to draw some cards. Rotwolf, pretty cool artwork, gotta say. Let's give a shout out to Nils Ham. Nice use of just kind of a spore infect sort of. Man, that thing, that'd be terrifying. Oh, I've been watching this show. I think it's called Invasion on Apple Plus. It's, you know, an alien invasion show, but it's probably the smartest one I've ever seen. I think the new episodes come out on Tuesdays or Wednesdays. Really digging it. Like I said, just a very smart, you know, invasion show. Not your typical huge creatures that come down and go roar and warn you first. And recommend that one. Oh, what is this? Do I block here and make them use spells? Just mutagenic here and get the bonus off Rotwolf. Let's try it. Hello, Rotwolf. Boop. Regardless. We'll do this. We take 2 regardless. An estimator dies regardless. But does our Rotwolf. Do they have a trick? Vines or something? I think they probably would have used it on our own guy right there. Cool. We draw a card. They probably got the +3/3. Do you want to draw a card? It's like, nah, I'll be nice. Don't be a nest invader. That's fine. Rancor, Rancor. Vines. Vines it is. All right, let's get Krosa over the top. Rock forward like this. Attack. To use so much removal just to get through. So it would sure be nice to have Apostle's Blessing or Evasion show up here, like Rancor. Blighted Agent. You can dream, right? Don't underestimate my power. Okay. I'd really like to be able to cast Ichorclaw here. I mean, I guess I can just regen here and pump that. Is that the play? Yeah, let's just regen. And I'll pump that. We'll get to draw another card off this deal here. We'll go to 7. And their wolf comes back. I think it does. Oh, I thought their wolf comes back with that angle, but I guess not. How did I thought the wither kept tripping the young wolf to keep coming back to life. Better have a lot of critters. Come on, Rancor. It's about time. We're due. Okay. You don't think we have it? I doubt that they have fog effects game 1. Well, let's go for broke Embiggen. Keep in mind they have vines too. Yep. We'll kick our own. Whole lot of growing going on. Arnold Schwarzenegger would be proud. Everybody's getting pumped up. Well, crap. Don't. Want to do it on the other one? I could do it now. Da, 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 da. Put it on the other one. You got a third? Quite the green stack. We've only got 4 infect counters here. We can still get in with Rotwolf, so all is not lost. That is one protected Rotwolf. Can't be the target of anything. Just my admiration of the artwork, that's all. Attack! Boom, boom. Feels like we got this one in the bag. A vine fight. A very vine fight. I just remember so many times Young Wolf getting in the way of my infect and just keeps coming back and back and back. I'm like, dang it. The best creature in Pauper for the mana. Vault Scourge, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to run right into it. Pretty sure they have to block. I don't know what that does. This makes you worry less about the Mamba. In we go. That go. God, all our instants were just defensively bolstered, right? Well, I see no reason to not let this live. Do that. Make that a 3-1. Now if they take the Bone Splitter off... Wait, no, it doesn't work that way. Boom. Let's diversify here. We still might be dead. I got maybe another Vines or something. We're trashed. It's always impressive when Stompy can outlast a deck doing it with half of the life total, right? We've got them at the equivalent of 4 life. We're at 7. Seen quite a few spells, but they've got to block, so we might just get a concession here, or somebody's gonna win this turn. Stompy. Are they coming forward? Good neck stretch while I wait for my opponent to figure out what's going on. They do not. Skargon showing up. 1 mystery card in hand. This is when you love Blight Mamba. Okay. Not too impressed. Well, I guess it is bigger. Oh, this is frustrating. At 2 mana. Let's run forward. That darn Vault Scourge's colors, I can't really get in for free on any of this. hesitant to use this Apostle's Blessing. One thing we didn't see today with that 5-color list, a lot of times you can just hard cast Apostle's Blessing and not take the damage if you've got free extra white mana floating around. It's a nice angle. Do I want this to live? I think I do. First of all, I want this to live. It's going to be maybe coming over for 7 next turn. Do I just let the Rot Wolf die? No, I'd rather pay 2 mana here, or 2 life. Give it pro green. We'll go to 5. Say green. That'll be a 3/2. Much more doable. Which we can just block with our Mamba. Unless they have some sort of Rancor shenanigans. It looks like we got this just by the numbers. Doesn't help when they're sacrificing things. MTG will gaslit me for years with card on page. Impossible to make the correct choice. Each upkeep. Like a Sicilian with death on the mind. Do they have an Apostle's Blessing? Could be in the cards. Green and Black Massacre. I'm following your show via YouTube for 2 years. Nim, you got a show? Or does he mean this one? All right. Barely get there. That was a lot more scary than I thought it was going to be. Spore Frog, come on in. I really like Apostle's Blessing here. Probably get rid of Mutagenic maybe. I like this to be able to get in damage. I'm going to get rid of Mutagenics. Nim's Entertainment. Oh, the Nim Show story. All right. Yeah, let's just try this. We'll respect the fog abilities there. Cut shot's interesting, but for now, no. It's the Infect Show with your very special guest. Yuck. 4, 4, 4, 4. 2 with trample. We're on the draw. We're going to mulligan. All right, we'll keep this. Come on, Rancor, show up. Which shall I get rid of? Spore Frog, I'll see in a little bit. Maybe they got a really explosive start. Let's get rid of a forest. Only have 3 of them, or we do have all 4, that's right. Maybe I should have got rid of the Spore Frog, but 2 mana's plenty in this matchup. Special guest, Yawgmoth. Back from the grave. With new real estate options. Okay, we have chosen wisely. Oop. Bring out Spore Frog. Paulo Cabral BR on MTGO fame had a really good Infect list about 2 years ago using the Llanowar Augur and Howl of the Howl pack, you know, plus 3/3 permanently. Awesome build. Very, very good option too, and it's nice to be able to. You can always trip your Spore Frog and then instant end of your opponent's turn. Throw that out there. It's good times. Thank you, Chimpskey. Love that ability of Twitch. Being able to inform the uninformed. All right, this is a no-brainer. We're going to bring out this guy in case we get Rancor. Honey Garden. That is a green creature. That could be relevant. Going to take 4 in the air, or do they respect our abilities? Hey, Green and Black Massacre. Good to have you with us live. Lucky, this is a bonus round. I was playing 5-color Infect. The deck went 4-1. I went 3-2. How does that work? Well, I punted and it cost us game 1. I could have 2-0'd it easily. The deck went 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, and then 1-2. Pretty darn good outing. Yeah, Golgari Massacre for sure. I love my audience. I think I look forward to seeing the chat as much as you guys look forward to the show. So thanks for being here. All right, we've got Spore Frog options when we want them, early and often. Well, maybe not often, just once. That little token's going to get in the way of a mighty infect creature. You see what they're doing here. They got Howl Pack on the mind. They're going to block and then do that. Come on. Rancor, Rancor, Rancor. Almost as good. Let's do this first. We might have Old Krosa this. I might still have a Vines here. Do they got a Vines? Okay. Before I cost him, well, no, I can't do that. I got to go all in with this. Otherwise, my Embiggen won't work. They've been really patient with the Vines. That's going to be a brutal turn, using up all our stuff to run into a plant token. Gonna get in for 9, or aren't we? Propaganda hype. Thank you, Bacon Master. Oh my God, what a play! What patience! Good for you. I hope we're going to a game 3. That was beautiful. What patience. I guess you either get Rancor or the, you know, I've got to kind of go all in on that point. Oh, we might as well get rid of something. Oh. Wow. I wish I had that kind of patience. To me, impatience is a virtue. Is there a rather than spell that gives something instant speed? Trample? I'm sure I would have found it by now. It's my favorite phrase to look for on MTGO. It's where gems like Fire Blast and Gush and such come from. The candle still works. Last week's show, if you watch during the hours of the show, all of a sudden my candle went out. Don't worry, it's battery powered. It's got the nice little flicker effect. I just wanted some balance behind me. I've always had Elspeth with her cool tapestry art and stained glass look. Hangs on my son's door throughout the week, except on Saturdays when I'm with you all. Sometimes I change it up. Got all kinds of banners. When a kid likes MTGO that much and that's all he likes, that tends to be a lot of the Christmas gifts. There's only so many cards. After a while, you start decorating the room. Quite the colorful house. All right. I'm just going to play this guy out. We don't have to worry about surviving through the Scourge here. This move suggests they don't have anything else. Ichorclaw can be pretty relaxing sometimes because usually can just get in. It's a lot of card when blocking happens. They just run in Creature Light. My God. They made us eat 3 cards for 1. That was brutal. It's going to be hard to come back from. Pretty sure this is, you know what, the Hunger of the Howl Pack sort of play. Keep the dude safe. They're targeting that guy? They just misclicked, I guess. Okay. Easy to do. They're very close to each other. Sometimes I wish Magic had a little bit of a are you sure? Sort of. I mean, I know that would get irritating and wear out the clock, but some spells do that. They let you undo, and then crucial ones like that don't. Howl Pack. All right. Can't prevent it anyway. Now they're hell-bent, at least till the beginning of their turn. They're probably apologizing in the chat. I don't know. at the 2-hour mark. Now I don't feel like I ripped everybody off of a quick show. INFECT will do that, but on my new studio and PC, I'm doing a lot longer shows lately. Playing a little bit more variety. Bacon Master, your group calls Hellbent jazz hands. A little too showy for the Rakdos, right? Unless they're dripping with blood, then they'd be like, hey, look at our jazz hands. I really like that massacre block. This is a weird play. We're just going to fog this turn anyway, right? We haven't even infected them though, so looks like they've got this. Hellbent though to so survive. I think whatever they block, I'll actually end up killing it. That makes the decision pretty easy. We run in. How much fear do we put in them? Think it's worth killing that? I don't. I'm going to get in for damage here. Let's throw this on here. Could kill that and still have 2 critters next turn. They've just got a bunch of critters. We haven't even gotten them in with Infect yet, so it's only going to hit for 5 now. Bam. Okay. Bring out our other guy. Now with this math, if he blocks Myr, then it's a trade. Mutagenic has gotten less. Or Hunger of the Hellpack, I mean. Heck bent. Ta-da. Are there any flavor text ta-das? That'd be pretty funny. Any of our instants, like Embiggen, wins us the game here. Top deck Embiggen, Vines, Might of Old Krosa. Opponent's Hellbent. They got jazz hands, as Bacon Master suggests. Spell. No, they got us. I'm glad they did. That was a hell of a patient play there. So let's go to game 3. We got Spore Frog technology against the many counters. That shot seems interesting. But no. Let's do the superstitious shuffle. Throw some Embiggen over here. Black Mamba. Yeah, over here. There we go. Nothing will beat that. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Another reminder, no show next week. Got one of my oldest Magic buddies coming into town. I've had a really fun 4 or 5 months where about every month I invite a new friend, not new friend, an old friend down that I haven't seen in a while. It's just one-on-one, really hard quality time, you know, like 3 or 4 days straight, and way better than the group thing. Even though it's great to see everybody at once, it's nice to get that really quality time in with old friends. You blink and another, years go by and I only see them on Halloween sometimes. So yeah, I want to play first, you chatterbox. Yuck. Mulligan. Double yuck. Can't keep doing this, deck. Can't even cycle Unearth here. Mulligan. Oh my God. I know we have 4 Spore Frog. You don't have to make it feel like 80. Mulligan. What's up with the Spore Frog? This thing's just like zoned in on me. My God. I have to get rid of it. That one. That one. Oh God, this hurts. That's some discipline there. Good grief. I think we were playing Fog Control and we had 16 of them with those draws. You wanted Rancor. And it's dangerous to go alone. Nice Zelda reference there, Bacon Master. I love those Zelda store owners from the original. You walk into a proprietor's shop and they admit, boy, this is really expensive. Or that the best one, you use a bomb and you find some secret hideout and it's like, pay me for the door repair, and he just takes the money. Or what's the other one? Oh yeah, pay me and I'll talk. And so you give them some money. There's 3 options. And then if you chose wrong, it's like, that's not enough to talk. And they still take your money. Always wanted to just make a storefront. Just do that in real life. I guess you could just call it Zelda's. Not the worst. Really want to see a forest show up here. And then no more forest for the rest of the game. Give me some Rancors. And let's make up for that horrific luck. I use Spore Frogs in place of plant tokens against Edict heavy decks. You just bring them in and let them get chewed up. I don't think the tempo loss of Garden is all that worth it, but I might change my mind if I really went deep in Infect and played a couple of leagues with it. I honestly feel like my 5-color list is just better, though. All right, let's do this. Really worried about a Savage Swipe. So much so, I'm thinking of attacking with the Mamba there. We'll still have a creature. Strange line. Oh, I'll unconsider it. Can you do that? If anybody remembers the 80s cartoon, The Tick, or the 90s actually, one of my favorite ones, my buddy made me the little wooden boy. And he always sits up here and just keeps me. One of the funniest episodes ever. He gets swallowed by a whale, and he's carving this little wooden boy to be his sidekick, because he doesn't have one, I don't believe, at the time. And to escape the whale, he has to burn little wooden boy. It's so tragic. Such a great episode. I am straight up clairvoyant sometimes. All right. Well, Nest Invader is a permanent 1/1 now. We'll take 3. Hopefully he doesn't have a Hunger of the Howl pack behind that. We really need to see a Rancor. Triple mulligan. That's pretty hard to come back from. We've got double Howl pack. Oh, okay. There we go. Griffin showing up. Don't think we're getting away with this one. But the other list wins. Well, that feels a little bit better. I guess we go crashing in with this. Probably if he blocks with the Griff, we save it with Embiggen, although I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's plant-based diet for this Ichorclaw Myr, at least for this turn. The vegetarian Myr, what would that do? I think so too, Captain Vlad Tepes. Even though we've got Rancor and Apostle's Blessing, it's after seeing the 5-color variant, it's just so many little tips and tricks and Unearth to, Reckless Charge and all went in and out of the blue. The other one's a lot funner to play. This is very straightforward and definitely has, more power, but that's asking your opponents to just be kind of not doing anything. The other one's a lot more flexible, I believe. Oh, we really need a Rancor and him to be tapped out. All right. We're going to take 8. We really need a Rancor here. That would be pretty cool, Dreamer Stingo. Be cool if they downshifted Blinkmoth Nexus to Pauper. That'd be pretty sweet. Still land that does it. I don't mind this. I'm going to attack first just so we can keep them guessing. So I can at least block big fat fatty there and maybe not be dead next turn. I got 2 cards. Really glad we kept our mana. Don't give them ideas. Last time I played Unbanned Pauper, everybody was raving about It's that first artifact that got banned, Cranial Plating. Man, I didn't lose the whole day to that deck. I was just always a turn behind. It's like, I win and you would win next turn, but too much setup. If I put a wedding invitation out there, I might change the score. If I ever get printed as a Magic card, that'd be a neat promotion Wizards could do, right? You pay them a bunch of money and you actually get your Visage on a set, and maybe a little bit of the. It would have to be a creature with evasion. Well, we must stay alive, so we will do it this way. Might be more mana efficient to do it the other way, but I don't want to be within 2. 4 is a lot more doable. Vines to finish us off. Lucas Rebeshike. I probably butchered that. I'm sure I did. Yep. All right. Very impressive win by our very patient friend. I hope they know about the show and they watch their patience be rewarded on the replay. For the rest of you, again, reminder, we are off next week. We'll be back for a little bit more Halloween-themed shows all throughout October. Don't worry, I won't overdo it until the actual Saturday right next to it. But yeah, I really think this is more the way to build Infect. I know it sounds outrageous. See that 5-color what? But y'all saw how pretty smooth it was. Every deck's going to have a little bit of mana issues every once in a while, as we just saw with a triple mulligan in a mono build, right? But good times. So yeah, go out there and get your sticker goblins and your Embiggens. And I will see you online all weekend long, except early tomorrow morning. And hope to see you. Feel free to chime in if you want to join our clan. Just hit me up, and meet a lot of good folks there. Thank you to Nim and Shirazamon especially for always having my back and being my co-host here for every single day. It just seems you guys are like clockwork. I love you. Keeping this old man relevant. All right, guys, love you. Check out this list. Highly recommend. It's very fun. One of those lists if you're feeling a little like, throw it together. You'll find yourself smiling a lot. And with that, we will go out with Old School MTG. Till 2 weeks from now, everybody. Adios.
Is there more to entertainment than 500-channel TV and zillion-dollar movies? Turning the sound up and your mind off? Is there still a place where fun involves thinking, imagining, doing? Some of us think so, and we find it in a game. Magic the Gathering. All you need to play is a brain, a deck, and a friend.